With the new website after 3 months, if you kind of like, if you could put like some figures, like how much you have to spend and what kind of results can you expect? Because I guess it's a question that comes up very often.
The first answer that I want to give is just sort of generally, what I recommend, which is that I do think that, setting aside a budget for SEO, for link building, is important, because we know that generating inbound traffic is kind of that holy grail for, marketing and leads, and you don't want to neglect that. But I also sort of too often see people kind of take an approach of, okay, well, I'm just going to throw like a big lump sum of money at something to kind of like either catch up or just sort of like fix it. And then they kind of like run out of budget, and it's sort of like, what now? And so I really kind of think that the best approach is to sort of set aside, whatever it is you feel comfortable with, that you're willing to do it for like at least a year, honestly. And really with the intention that this is going to be a long-term aspect of the business. So, whatever is amount that you think you could kind of spend in a year, divided by 12, that's your monthly budget. Because yeah, it's going to, it's not something you want to like start and stop. You kind of want to like keep going. With a new website, to actually answer the question here, in our experience, we recommend that you do what we'll call like a 3-month pilot, and you'll set aside a budget. And again, it varies on the business, but let's say something like $2,000 a month is a healthy amount to give something a good shot. With that budget, you might try something like 10 keywords that you're trying to sort of rank for, and you'll be building links to maybe your homepage or some landing pages or blog posts. That's kind of up to you to decide. And then after 3 months, what will happen, or at least what I've seen happen, is that some of those 10 you will start to rank for, and the others you won't. And then you'll also rank for some other keywords that you weren't really planning on. And maybe in total, you could be ranking for 20, 30, or 40, or whatever, 50 plus keywords. It's going to be sort of a variety. And then that becomes the pool of kind of targets that you kind of want to look for and double down on. Because if you didn't, basically what I'm kind of trying to say is that you kind of go in with a hypothesis of these are the 10 words, give or take, that I want to go for. But Google ultimately is the one that decides, which ones you're kind of allowed to rank for. And so you want to kind of go where you have momentum. And so after that 3 months, you can kind of see, okay, these are the keywords I have momentum in. I'm going to kind of double down on those. The ones that I didn't get, it obviously that depends on you, but I would sort of recommend kind of putting those off to the side. Maybe they'll come later, maybe they won't, but sort of Google is kind of sending you a signal that for whatever reason, those keywords too competitive, or you're not really, equipped to get on it. It's not common in my experience to go from completely brand new to page one in 3 months. Most of the time, those keywords that you're getting are going to be, they're going to be sprinkled in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or something like that, which unfortunately doesn't really provide you with a heck of a lot of traffic, at that point. But anyone who ever got to page one, pretty much had to go through, that trajectory. It's kind of like you always start from being like outside of 100, and then all of a sudden like you're 87 and you're on the board, and you do this little dance and you kind of move your way up. So it's a good sign. It's where you are supposed to be.